Father, it's ingrained.
You've been doing all the dirty jobs on the mill since last summer. It's time you learned the business side.
I'm just getting the hang of wool sorting.
Nonetheless, it won't secure the firm's future if you're struck down with the anthrax boil. I'll be in the office from this week. After breakfast, go and put on a good suit.
Rather not, sir. The workers only just allowed me to join the union.
You've done what?
Join the union, Father.
There's no need for a union at Holroyd's. My work is well cared for as any in the north of England.
There is hardship.
I know, and they bring it on themselves mostly. Drink, fecklessness.
Ill health, too many mouths to feed. Your workers, our workers, Father, they aren't paid enough to see them through the bad times.
Don't preach to me. I remember. I've gone barefoot, you know. But I didn't marry until I was 40 and well-to-do and could provide for a family. Not that I get any thanks for it.
Don't wake Alice. She'll not feel so hungry if she's had a good sleep. Get off with you, Tom. You'll be late. Maggie went 5 minutes since.
Ma'am.
What is it?
I'm sorry. I can't go to work. I've got the sack.
Tom, now of all times.
I've not known how to tell you. I'm sorry.
What did you do wrong?
I upset my oil can. All over new yarn. Best botany wool. Got a taste of the alley strap and slung out.
I best try and get there myself. Oh.
No, Mum!
Oh.
You're not fit to be out of bed, let alone stand at your loom all day.
What are we going to do? We need your wages.
I'll find some errands to make the money up.
We'll go careful on food to be on the safe side. We owe rent from before Christmas.
Is this for the co-op?
Aye. So that's 2 loaves, not 3. Make it 1 tin of milk, not 2.
You ought to have fresh.
Fresh won't keep. No sugar, no margarine. 2pence for soda, and we'll not bother with soap.
What about jam?
No jam.
I feel awful being clumsy like I must have gone dizzy.
Not your fault. You're a growing lad and you've not had much to eat lately. Perhaps I'll be better enough to work tomorrow. You make sure Albert and Alice gets to school. Doesn't matter about Alfred. His boots are all wore out any road.
Right, that settles it. I'm going for a job at the colliery.
Oh, no. Tom, don't go down pit, love.
I haven't any choice, Mum.
Our workers have enough to live on. Look, boy, I don't see any of my employees reduced to starvation, but it's up to the government to save them from bad luck. Our job is to make textiles and sell them at fair prices, and I can't do that if the union demands more in wages.
What about those with large families? What about emergencies? You need more than just enough.
But where is the extra to come from?
My boarding school fees.
Your boarding school fees divided among all my workforce wouldn't make a bit of difference.
Good try, Alex.
Oh.
Are those the first results?
It seems that Lancashire's coming into the 20th century. Of 10 former Tory seats, 6 are now Liberal. I don't believe it.
What?
4 wins for Labour.
Not bad.
Not bad, it's terrible. Cloth-cap government if we aren't careful. What's the country coming to?
I wonder if our local Labour chap will have got in.
A Labour member for Bradley.
If he has won the seat, Father, will you lend him your top hat for the opening of Parliament?
Parliament? He doesn't stand a chance.
Newspapers? I'll not have a newspaper till I'm in work again. I've been reading them now, ever since leaving school. So I'm getting the hang of why children are short of food, why mothers can't pay the rent, why our old clothes are worn till they've dropped to bits. £1 a week, that's what most working class folk earn at the best of times. Who can rear a family on that? We need help. when someone's poorly. A few shillings to tide us over when we're out of work. Does nobody in the government know what it's like to be hungry? Rich people, they can't possibly know. Even servants in grand houses are better fed than most of us. Aye, the rich have comfort enough. And useless ornaments and fancy furniture. And meantimes the poor fret about paying tax on a loaf of bread. You can't eat ornaments.
Hey there, Pa.
Tom!
How you doing?
I'm all right. Cold, isn't it? Where are you off to, then?
Co-op. We missed you at Christmas.
All right.
Mum's poorly.
Bad, is she?
Off work. This'll be her 4th week. And I lost my job through being clumsy.
Well, it happens, lad.
You never back down pit, are you?
No, I got a bit of a delivery round. Still cold, but it's regular. Doing quite well at it.
I thought I'd try the colliery myself. I'll dig some up for you.
Lad, you think I'd best come home, see things right?
Will you? We need you, Pa.
Provisions from Co-op not good enough for you at your house? That'll be 10pence.
Well, we don't want much today, Mrs. Beale.
Is your mother no better, lad?
Not much.
You can help me out by eating up a rice pudding made for company that didn't turn up. Now, don't you dare move, I shan't be a minute.
Would you happen to want any errands running, Mr. Beale?
Definitely not. You can walk, though. Hey, have you heard any election results? She won't let me out to buy a newspaper.
Am I to bring one in for you?
Oh, I'd be grateful. You can keep the change.
I'll have dish back when she's better, tell you, Ma. Any time will do.
Oh, we couldn't.
It'll only get wasted.
Thanks, Mrs. Beale.
Hey, Tom. You can have a go at peddling the bicycle for me, too, if you want.
Oh, aye, well, I'll see you later, then.
I'll make something else for you and me now, Bertha.
Was that for our dinner?
Those Selby children need more nourishment inside them. Our Bertha said class got quite frightened in school yesterday. There was Albert Selby sobbing his heart out at his desk, and the teacher in a proper fury with him for forgetting his lessons. He was that hungry, well, he couldn't think straight.
Let's just hope the Liberals have won the election, then.
Oh, yes. What good will a bunch of politicians be to young Albert?
They're going to have school meals provided for children whose education suffers for want of food. That's what.
Whoa, now. There's some good results coming in, Brady. At least I hope you think they're good results.
Expecting a Liberal victory, are you, sir?
A landslide, man. Price of bread, that was the main issue.
And rightly. When I joined the army, half the would-be recruits had to be turned down. They were in such poor shape. I mean, a lot of people think about what folk could afford to eat. That did.
All right. Now then, Brady, do you think that I'm a fair-minded chap?
You do all right, Mr. Holroyd, sir.
Well, Master Morris has had the cheek to join the trade union, so I told he can walk to the mill like the rest of my workers. Come on, then.
Walk on!
It's likely to be a tremendous Liberal majority in the House of Commons.
How's the Independent Labour Party doing?
Hang on, young Tom. I know where your sympathies lie. I've seen you.
Where have you seen me, Mr. Beale?
At the Labour Party meeting in the Chapel Hall.
Oh, where he used to go to Sunday school once upon a time.
How's Labour doing, then?
Pretty well.
Hey, I'm about to go down to the Mechanics Institute. See if there's any more news.
No, Tom Selby. You're doing errands. You're going up to West Hill next. Tuck box for Master Alexander to take away to his posh school.
Tuck box?
Just a minute. Oh, let me see. Ginger nuts, plum cake, treacle, cocoa, arrowroot and marmalade. I think that's a lot.
Won't you get fed at boarding school?
Oh, bless you, of course he will. These are just little extras for between meals. Now, there you are. Tradesman's entrance now, don't forget.
Hey, Tom, then you can go down the Mechanics Institute.
What were you doing at a Labour meeting, any road?
Showing friendly interest. There are plenty in the cooperative movement who'll have voted Labour this time.
You must have voted Tory, Brady.
I shan't tell you, Miss Charlotte, no matter how you pester. A secret ballot means I'm not answerable to anybody, even you.
And I shall make guesses and watch your face. I always win guessing games.
I don't know why a little girl like you should be so interested.
I'm not a little girl. I'm 16 years old. And Father lets me read his newspaper, so long as I don't discuss the sensational bits with Mama. You fought in South Africa defending the Empire, so you must be a Tory.
Must I?
On the other hand, your ancestors starved in Ireland in the potato famine, and your grandfather dug canals. So I think you'd vote for Irish Home Rule, which probably makes you a Liberal.
Why don't you mind your own business? Anyway, it's for menfolk to decide who goes into Parliament.
Then they should jolly well have to answer to women for how they voted.
I'm not telling you who I voted for!
Then tell me who you voted against.
Hunger, poverty, folk being driven out of their homes through debt, things you know nothing about. Now, how would a young lady like you know how a working man feels?
You never voted Labour, did you? I can't imagine anybody being foolish enough to vote Labour.
No, because you're a bossy, impudent young madam who's never done a stroke of work in her life.
Give me that. You go and have your luncheon. I can manage this. I'll show you how I can work Brady.
It pains me to see you like this, lass.
I'll be right. Once I get my strength up.
We're a pair of old crocs, aren't we?
What made our Tom risk his health that bit?
Well, there's a growing demand for coal, Victor. New shafts being sunk. I couldn't stop him. He worries me. Always boot learning. Going to classes. They make trouble.
He's asking for it. Mine had made a sick man of me. I sometimes wish there'd been an explosion. They brought me up dead. Haven't you got compensation?
That's evil talk.
Well, I'm home now, for what it's worth.
Turned over a new leaf, have you?
Not so as you'd notice.
I never minded you taking a drink, Victor, if it made you cheerful, and that's God's truth. But a drink inside you just let all your anger come out till the house shook. And then we couldn't afford it.
How much back rent do you owe?
Oh, I've lost track. 10 shillings, you'll have to ask Maggie.
Well... that should cover it. What went wrong, love? We were a handsome enough couple once upon a time.
I've often wondered if we'd stayed in country after we was wed.
We couldn't, could we? Bad harvests, no work.
Fresh air, though. You'd have been happier. Growing food, fresh milk.
What made you poorly, Sarah?
Aye. Well, there would have been another baby, but I lost it. Doctor says I'll not have any more. There's a big bill to pay and all.
I'd best get to work, then, ain't it? I'm sorry, love. I've not been much good to you. I've given you naught but children.
There's not one of them I'd be without.
Aye.
Tom, you can have your job back.
Not if a few strands of wool is more precious than a lad's livelihood.
Father didn't know, honestly. Well, some of the overlookers can be a bit hasty. Because the union was on your side. Might even have called a strike.
should have heard Father go on about cloth cap government. And when I told him I joined the union...
That must have been a laugh.
I'd never strike against Father. He means well.
Don't go down the colliery, Tom. Come back to Holroyd's.
Too late, I'm set up. Starting on the night shift. A real man's job at the coal face.
Liberals in, Tories out, and Labour's a very close third.
Yeah, well, that should make the bosses sit up a bit then.
You're not stopping for another?
No, I've got a job to go to. Got to stop off the drink for a bit. Mrs. is poorly. Family responsibilities, you know. Chief breadwinner.
Liberal win, huh? There'll be some celebrating tonight.
Liberals come out top. 3,801. That one were mine, and I don't care who knows it. Tories next, so he's lost his seat. But how about this, eh? Labour, 3,029. Boy, he's made it pretty close.
3,029!
Well, Tom Selby, what do we have to think of the Labour Party now?
Oh, if I were old enough, Mr. Beale, I'd go eat near his pub and break me plate.
I'm going to be dismally homesick, Father.
Unlike Morris, you've got brains. In a few years, you'll be off to a university. Travel. Contact the firms that I deal with abroad. Then come back right into the top of the business. Make life easier for me. That's better than getting your hands dirty, isn't it?
I'll do my best. Why are you so disgruntled, sir? The Liberals are winning handsomely.
And socialism is on the march. Well, that'll be your problem, boy, you and your brothers. At least your mother's aristocratic relations have their comeuppance. They behaved as though government was their natural birthright. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if they lost the election with the way the South African mine owners treated their Chinese labor. And there's quite a few mine owners here who'd like to get away with it if they could.
Are the coolies treated badly?
60 hours a week for 2 shillings a day. Living in compounds, not allowed to go home for 3 years. Shameful.
Sounds worse than boarding school.
There are many fates worse than going to boarding school, young man. You're off. Well then, got your tuck box? Bye, son.
Goodbye, Father.
You're off then?
All right. Good night, Pam.
Good night, lad.
It'll be right.